All right, all right, all right. Shalom, 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 Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And this is a lovely evening in which the Most High, Ahaya, has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Uh, I'm coming with a message and I'm going to title it System. I want to call it, and I'm going to title it System. And I'm going to be kind of all what you call all over the place because I want to say a few things here. I tried to go live, uh, but I believe it is storms over in this area. Or I don't know. Don't even let me get to finding a reason why. But I tried it on my phone to go live and I tried it on my laptop and it wasn't working. So I decided to just make a video offline and then I upload it. So again, the title of this video is System. What I'm beginning to grip. When I say grip, it's not like I didn't know some of what I'm about to say, but I just like the idea of how Ahaya has always left room for me to learn, and I like that. I like the idea that he shows me in so many ways that it is important to have space to learn. There are many that might not even grip the idea of learning because they think they know it all and therefore they teach what they feel they know because they know it all, but a lot of things they know not. um, and that knowing it all is really coming from the end of the flesh. uh, when you get to that point in life, that's just all about flesh. But the system is what we're dealing with in this day and time and what we have ran up on in the last hours running into the minutes. It is a system. Uh, and it's been working for many years, but it has planned its time. It used its time wisely. You know how, like, say for now, where we're at today, you can look now and see that you didn't do the things that you were trying to do in life and trying to achieve and trying to get here, trying to buy a home, trying to start a business. Just so many places you still have not reached all this time. But with this system, they have been planning what they're doing today for a long time. They've been focusing and using the powers that be to direct them in the right order. So I say unto you, the Father Yah has a right hand. Okay, you must understand Satan has a right hand, and I have come to understand he had to come up. He had to turn his right hand, not fully in the direction to a people that is set up in the system to do all of his dirty work in the world. You see? So you got to understand he has a right hand of power. His right hand has power. And that power needed a people to work this system for him. And his system is the system of the world, the darkness of the world. Let's put it like that. And the system of the world. And for him to get everything to work for him, he had to choose a people, that was set up in a a religion and set up, that he could orchestrate things from the back as long as he give them the power to work it on his behalf, even though he's present. So he has a people, a religion that will work for him on his behalf, and that is the Roman Catholics. Okay, it is the Roman Catholics. A lot of people don't understand or don't know, and I'm just going to just put it out there, that they are also over the Europeans in Europe. Their power place, one of their main power location headquarters is in Europe. And before they took on a lot of continents and countries, they started off, and then they took on power wise, you guys, power wise, this location, this country, this continent, this country, this country. Europe was, I say, one of the motherboard, okay, of the Roman Catholics. Okay, we know that British is also one of the motherboard. Okay, but I wanted to say that I have sat down and I began to do the search of where Roman Catholics are residing. And as I did that, I realized that they are all over the whole world. And being so they are all over the whole world, that's how Christians end up reaching the whole world. Back in the biblical days, they weren't Christians, okay? They were Roman Catholics. But see, they needed a shield to hide behind. And they have successfully had a little brother. Let's put it like that. They're the big brother, and the little brother is Christians. And the big brother is Catholics. Catholic, Roman Catholic. So they needed a little brother that could hide. They could hide behind. And the big brother used the little brother as a shield. So the Roman Catholics has used Christians as a shield. A lot of the Christians don't know nothing about Catholics, nor Roman Catholics. Okay? But they do know that it falls in the same category as Christians, but they never did any study to realize that the Roman Catholics have used them as a shield, but the power of who the Christian is up under is the Roman Catholics. So a lot of times when you see people trying to fight back against the Christians, it's not so much as a religion they trying to fight back. They're trying to fight the shield that they have. They hitting on the shield because they know who's behind the shield. Let me say that again. Who's behind the shield is the Roman Catholics. They behind the shield. They are the big brother. The little brother is carrying the shield, which is the Christians. That's why you could have, I would say you have probably more than 1,000 different Christians, and they all really believe in something different, but it don't matter. They got power behind them. You see, they're using their shield, and they got power. They are the shield, and they got power behind the shield. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is why you see how melanated pastors have gotten behind that same shield, okay? And that shield is power. It's Christian don't have any power. They are the shield that protects the power, which is the Roman Catholics, okay? Now, the Roman Catholics also the power over over in Israel. They are the hidden power that has started and orchestrated that idea of the Holocaust, and trading them, saying that they were the true Jews, and they did away with them. They were hiding something, and that was us, okay, as well as Jacob. I'm just going to say it like that, Jacob. Okay, so they were the Roman Catholic set up a system. They are the system. Let me say that again. They are the system. So when Sister Deborah said a system, that is what Ahia is going to knock down. That's what he's going to use, that right hand, to bring it down to the lowest. And when he brings that shield, then the world is going to see, okay, things a little bit clear, who's behind the shield. Okay, now the power punches that are up under the Roman Catholics, they know who's behind that shield. Christian, a Christian. The word Christian itself, it is a shield to protect the Roman Catholics. Okay, so you see over when they went over to Europe, and they set up that plan to go over to that land over in Israel, and reside there and pretend that they are who they are. But see, it goes all the way back. Where did they come from? Europe. And when they were over in Europe, the system set up a plan that they portray the role of the people. This is how powerful the Roman Catholics are. They so powerful, they hide behind everything because they are the system. Okay? Because if you think, we know that Babylon is connected to, okay, a city, okay, which is the United States. But knocking Babylon off the map is really hurting the system. See, it's the Father know exactly what he's doing, because he know the system has the shield protecting them, protecting who they are. Now, the shield can't really protect the Roman Catholics, but they can protect them in one position, in one situation, and that's to cover who's behind them, which is the power. You see? But Yah knows who is the power. You just don't. You think you know. A lot of people don't know that same Roman Catholic system runs Africa. Always did. Africa never ran their own country. Never. Now, during the time that they were many tribes and so on, even them themselves had someone still that can step into them and get them in control. That's how they were able to come over and buy. And the Africans were the one who had wronged us before we entered into the power of the four corners of scattering, being scattered. And that's another part I think is really sad, because I think that's a part also that many of the Hebrew Israelite men could never grip, because I believe Deuteronomy 28, even though they used the boat, the ship coming over here, the oppress, and the yoke of iron, they used those certain words to build their foundation on their religion, which is the Hebrew Israelite movement. But they never studied it to find out, well, what part is speaking of, almost talking about like Sudan or over in Africa, I would say. Because it speaks of a lot of things taking place in a land like unto Africa before the ship brought us over. And see, that's what I say. It's sad because Jacob never wanted to follow order, nor rules, nor guidelines. You see, and I'm talking about his bloodline seed, his children. They never wanted to follow order or rules under the Creator. So, because you can't follow the rules and the order and the commandments under the Creator puts you under those that you will follow rules, even if it costs you your life, or even if it costs you to be lynched, even if it costs you to be killed. It didn't matter. You're going to follow somebody's rules. You didn't follow mine, and I am the Creator. But I'm going to place you in different areas, and they're not going to tolerate you not following rules or not doing what they say, since you couldn't do what I said. So a lot of people don't read into Deuteronomy 28 and see that we were going through way before we enter into and scatter into different places, because we reject truth of the whole matter that Africa first slaved us and beat us, killed us, and did other things to us. We don't want to accept that because we keep looking at our outer man, which is our skin, and saying, oh, those are our brothers. No, they're not. They never been. Just as he said he has scattered us, you best bet some of us still reside in Africa, but we are not Africa itself, the continent, the country itself. We are not them. But they want to pretend almost that we are the same, and we're not. And we need to stop claiming it. They're doing a lot of powerful things over there, claiming that they are us. I'm telling y'all, I watched it with my own eyes, and spiritual, I saw straight through it. There are people over in Africa claiming they are the children of Israel, okay? And they're looking to get special privileges just to say that. And they are getting it. And I'm just showing you how cunning and how wicked the African continent really is. And that's why our men and women would go over there, because they keep looking at the outer man and calling themselves the same. Those are our people. It's not, y'all. We are different. Okay? Different people. And the Roman Catholic has power over them. And when I did the search on the system and found out that the system is the Roman Catholic, I realized it's time, Deborah, to just go and do a search to every China, to Russia, to Iran, to Iraq, to British, to German, to not German, British, German, France. I mean, I just did it, laid it all out, you guys. Asia, I just did it. I just put it all out. And it blew my mind to see the power of the Roman Catholic resting in all locations, from China to Russia, to Asia, to German, to British. The Roman Catholics. That's the power punch. That's the system. That's the system. And as a people, we came up in a fake religion called the Hebrew Israelite movement. And it too had a form of Satan, because it carries hate, okay? It carries things that's not representing your Father at all. So therefore, it's playing a game in Satan's ballpark, and it feels content because there is a perpetual hate in the house in Jacob. It is a perpetual hate, and it started with each other. It's there. And that's why I say I can't really understand how is it they thinking that they can come together and they can unite, they can be together. I just heard a young man, I think he was 21, and he just shot his younger brother. Okay. What is going on is the judgment of the Most High is on Jacob so heavy. To Jacob, his mind is just simply can't see anything, can't hear anything, can't accept anything, can't follow rules. Just stiff necked, meaning they ain't gonna turn to the left to see what's right. They ain't gonna turn to the right to see what's right. They ain't gonna turn to the left to see what's right. They ain't gonna turn to the right to see what's right. They're not gonna even look up to the righteous one of all of us, which is the Most High or higher. Even though they're telling you all that, all you have to do is trust in the words that the Ruach teaches you. He will show you all things, but it only is shown to those that can be shown and revealed what is, what was, and what shall be. Now, the system is the Roman Catholics, okay? When he's talking about bringing Babylon down, he's talking about a system. And the system decided to make this country their main priority with hiding them from the four corners all over the world. Now, what religion? Muslim, okay? Hindu, Jehovah's Witness, Christians, no one override the Catholics, even though Christians is the Catholics. Okay? They still make the overall. Let's put it like that. But if you take the Christians out, the Roman Catholic power is so large to where it don't even need the Christians anymore. And this is what is happening. This is what is happening because over in Iran and Iraq, Gugas are Christians. Roman Catholics is over there. That's why the Christians are over there trying to buckle up to a place that don't believe in their Messiah. But why are you all over the place? Because you are a shield and you got that power, which is that system behind you, which is the Roman Catholics. So when people are sitting here saying, oh, they going here, they stopping Christians this and they stopping Christians this, just like that Marcus, what's his name, Rogers, that's one of the blindest Negro man that I have seen on the face of the earth. That child, but I understand why. It's because he has a European mom. He feels he's not black. That's his issue. That's his main thing. He's fighting up against daddy. He don't like that daddy. He don't like the idea of who his father is and who his father was and who his father is not going to be to him. You see, that's what he's fighting up against. So he said, if I can just go on the other side, surely they would embrace me as long as I'm embracing them. And in the process of it, he's also holding on to the Christian belief without seeing any light. He don't see any light, none whatsoever. He's just wrapped in to his belief of who he believes in through and under the Christian belief. And a great deal, it has a great deal to do with he hate his father. He hate his birth father, whom he never seen, who left him, you see, and caused him to be, he say, homeless. He talks about it. And in a real bad situation. So he has a reason within him why he don't want to claim that nationality. But he don't understand that we are in the end days. Anything in the dark, you must search the dark to find the light. But if you feel you got the light because you run up on the Christians and you make your whole church full of Gentiles, that you got it. That's your light. And that's what a lot of men and women are today. They think if they get amongst the heathens and the Gentiles, that's their life. They good. They protected. There are people who've gotten churches and gotten out and call themselves having their own little far out religion and church, and people don't even know the reason why they have ushered Europeans in, Gentiles in, is because they still looking at them as a sign of protection. It's a sign of protection. It's a sign of trying to forget. Because I remember that I was working at one location, and the people asked me, they said, you come in with different ways of doing things, and you got a different style in cooking. That's what they said. And they said, Deborah, that's what they say, Deborah. They country women, they from Mississippi and, in the country. But this place wasn't in the country, but it was just idea. They had been at this place for 25, 28, one been there 32, and there's just so many that have been there so long. But when I came in with a different style, a cleaner style of cooking, and a different taste and and they say, you come in different. They say, they just treat us so wrong. And they used to tell me that. It wasn't a day that went by that they did not tell me how wrong they've been treating them all them years. And you know what I told them? I told them just like this. You know why? Whenever you put a European in the midst of y'all, then they have to change the way they treat you. They have to. But when you just got all black people in one place, they don't give a rat's behind how they treat you. And I said, this is why they treat you all like this. It's because you all don't have white people here, and you don't care to have them in here, because once they get in here, according for them to treat them right, they're going to have to treat you right, because you can always use the way they treat them as your sword to fight back. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, a lot of people don't know that. They just want to go, they want to live around their own kind, which is nothing wrong with that, but you have to see where your own kind is heading. Okay? They want to work around their own kind. Okay? They want to party around their own kind, and every time somebody come out dead, and chaos, fighting and killing. They want to do everything amongst their own kind because they love that loudness. They love that acting, being disrespectful. They love that chaos. It's just in them, y'all. It is in them. It is in them. Look how these people went over to Florida in the last, say 6 years. It's been probably longer than that. Every time spring break, we get over to Florida, and you should see how they cutting up over there. How they are cutting up. We as a people. It is a sight to see our people on top of cars, showing their rear end, cursing, shooting, drugging, alcohol, fighting. I mean, and it's every year. And I'm sure it's throughout the year too, but this is when spring break. Even it's just something about us as a people that cannot come together. So this is another reason why I think the pastors be wanting some Gentiles among them, especially this certain one to be on YouTube. He got a lot of them among him because he knows that if they there, then he thinking he's protected. Another thing about people, they don't understand. You play with the system, you dance with the system, you party with the system, and you try to match up with the system. Guess what? You're going down with the system. Even in Revelation, that is the system. And this system is the Roman Catholics. They have did the handwork for Satan. And they stick in very close and very firm with his orders. That's why people don't understand why they coming up trying to force all these children to be into this here homosexual and transgender and gay, and trying to get these kids starting them in school and getting cross dressers to go into their school, is because the people here everywhere has ushered Satan in, his power in, and said, we cool, long as it don't bother us. It's okay, long as we don't bother, it don't bother us. As long as they can do what they want to do, I'm fine. I don't have no issue. People don't understand that's the right hand power of Satan, okay? Using the system to make sure these things are acceptable, okay? And that's why they coming through the system all over. When it's in one location, guess what you are? It's in them all. Don't think because something happened over in Australia or over in France or London or British that it's not happening. It is the same system, which is the Roman Catholic. It has set it on everywhere, even in China. And when I did the study to find out was the Roman Catholic residing in Russia and China, there they were. I mean, millions, y'all. Millions. I'm like, why is it one don't study that? You want to know what's going on in the prophecies of the Father? This here is worth studying. It's worth studying that the Satan has a right hand, his power, and he has turned it over to what organization, what group, what people? You know how the Father has chosen Jacob. Okay, you see how he did that? Well, that's how Satan did. Satan said, you gonna have yours, I'm gonna have mine. And it was the Roman Catholics. And it's coming out of the Europeans. Okay, that's that power. Okay, so when you seeing them changing the laws, causing all these places to be destroyed, you see Bill Gates. One thing about Bill Gates, I can definitely say, I can say this about Bill Gates. I can say Bill Gates, when he had gotten the order and he saw that how easy it was to follow those orders that was before him, and he saw, he said, well, we can wrap this thing up. We can just tell them everything. It don't matter. And that's what he's doing. He ain't hiding nothing. He's coming up telling you he's going to get rid of you all. He's coming up here telling you how, when, and when you do this, I'm going to tear this down. I'm going to do this. And he's sitting up on stages on all these devil platforms, telling these people on these devil platforms and the whole world what is about to happen. And we're standing back saying, oh, that's Bill Gates talking. You know, and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything about the this is another group that's always speaking. Nobody's saying anything, and they saying they're gonna by 2025 they're gonna have half of the population destroyed. They were talking about the AGI, and what has happened, they took the G out. They took the G out, and now they're using the AI. And what it is, it's going to be a form of intelligence that's going to control you. And what a lot of people did not understand, that mark of that shot, I believe when I think it's going to go up to 7G, but when it hit that 5G and they put it up to where they want to, the level, it's going to have it's going to have the power to control people from the system that they have. That's how it's going to be done. Because what else could possibly come along outside of them? You know how long it's going to take for them to get everybody finances and everything in control, even though, listen to what I'm saying, even though it's moving fast. Y'all notice ever since that pandemic, everything's moving fast, because behind the scene, while they had y'all locked in the house, they was working the work. They were still working. The power of Satan does not sleep nor slumber. He's up 24/24. He is doing things that they have planned for years, making sure it's intact. And he has chosen his group, which is the Roman Catholic, all over the world. And then when I went over there and I did my study into Russia, and I said, how could this many Roman Catholics be over there? I ain't talking about Christians. I'm talking about Roman Catholics set up over there. It's just so many, because that's Europe. See, and that Europe is a part, is one of their, what you call, headquarters. Okay. That's where their plans was pushed out to even bring us in on ships and boats. That was the plan for Holocaust. That Holocaust they faked. That was the plan done all in Europe. You see, because that's the Roman Catholics. How would I say it? They main quarters. Okay, United Snakes is what they use. They uses United Snakes. Okay, but the Christians is all over the world. So when you start to see people banning the Christians, they're not banning like they don't care about their religion, but they don't want the Christian because the Christians tries to be sincere about the God. But they know that the Christian is just a shield for the Roman Catholic who don't believe in God. They are Satan. They are of Satan. So therefore, the Christians are the shield. So when they see the Christians coming up, get on out of our way. We already know who run you. We don't want you over here. We ain't got nothing else to say. Don't bring no Jesus or no God over here. Now, how could that be over in Israel? How could that be among them who said they don't want Christians over there, speaking about nothing or talking? How could they do that when that's who gave them all the money that they have to be where they at? All John Hagen and all of them, Joyce Meyer, all of them, TDJ, all of them, Clifford Dollars, all of them, all the white big Joe Osteen, all of them been feeding Israel all this time, making them rich, because that was the plan from the system that runs the power from the system, was that we would get all the Christians all over the world to send y'all money so you can constantly have money stacked over there if we can get you to go over there and pretend that you are the people. So what they're saying is, okay, Christian, get on out of here. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say. We're not even about what you're we really, but we're about the one that hides behind the shield that you protected. We don't need your protection no more. That's all over the world. That's what they're doing now. We don't need to Christians no more. Get on out of here. We don't want to hear about your God. We're in control. We got this. You see? We don't need that shield anymore. You see? So what the Father is doing, he's coming after the one that everybody looked at as the shield. But the country itself is because it also have the power punches of the Roman Catholics. It has stored up things in this country for the Roman Catholics, and it is the one who they have used to support and see to it that everybody that they have set up under their power to get wealth. So now they don't need this country. They don't need it because it's finished. They finished using it. They finished using it, and Yah is going to bring it down because it is one of the light to that darkness. Their light to their darkness. They at least that's what they would think. And he's going to start there, because I said, when you're not going to see him going after Satan, which is his right hand is under the Catholic, Roman Catholic. He ain't coming to destroy his kingdom yet. He ain't coming to destroy Satan's kingdom. See, this is where I'm going to trying to tell y'all. It's a system. He's coming to destroy the system. So Babylon is a part of that system. Okay? It's got a lot of hidden things in the system, and he's going to bring that down. And another reason is because they have the majority of tribe of Judah. They have Judah here. Okay? So it's reason why he's bringing it down, but it has to do with the system. The system is the Roman Catholics. Okay? So the system is, this is where I was a young girl. That's why I think I voted maybe twice in my whole life. As a young teenager, when I say 17, 18, I knew that Just like all those football games and all of that. You guys, I was so into football and basketball, and I was just, woo, I can tell you who's going to win there. And then when I got to seeing that, wait a minute, how did he win? How did they win? How did they go to the Super Bowl? It was driving me. And that made me not even be in love with football no more. Nor basketball, because I saw that it was a hand in every game. There's always a power in every game. That's the system. The system says who win and who don't. The system said, even when it was coming to boxing, the system was setting them up to box. Who's who and what's what, who's going to win and who's going to lose. Same way with president. No way do you have any part in Republicans nor Democrats. You have no parts in voting them in. You have no choice. It's just a power thing that they can control you. They got how they can control you is make you think you somebody and you ain't nobody in this system that they have. And because they realize that all this time we done had this system and they ain't done nothing toward us or against us or buckled up to this system. We got them now. We got them now. And in that process of them getting you now, they can't get you until things are released from the heaven in Revelation 10. Yah releases everything that they are doing to the utmost of what they're doing. What they are doing, meaning when you see things coming and the three horses, and you see famine, and you see earthquakes, you see pestilence. These things are not coming like, okay, Father is gonna bring this. No, He's allowing the wicked when He created the wicked and the evil for the days of wicked and evil. He did that because He knew that it's now, like He told me a while back, we in midnight hour, Deborah. So Satan got to have his time. He loved this hour. You see, so his power is causing them to orchestrate everything they have been waiting for. This is their time, y'all. So I don't know where along the line. See, so many people been on this Deborah platform trying to get likes and subscribers and trying to manipulate people to believe that they all that and they all this and they know this and they know this, and they can't even see the light is different from the darkness. That's how blind they are. They see it to be the same. That's how blind they are. And what Satan is doing is what is released for him to do. Okay? And the reason why it's released is because the talent and the ability to get and to reach what they have come to in this day and time is still given from the Most High or higher. They ain't accomplished this on their own. You see, it's impossible. Just like a lot of things in time way back, a lot of people didn't even know it. And it made me realize, just like I thought, when I heard this guy, and he can't be no more than 25, 26. He had went to college and everything. He doing this search on all these cathedral churches. And he said, how did they make those more than 100, 200 years? And these things they never had those type. This United States never had that type of machines and stuff to create these things. And I'm telling you all that. I keep saying to you all, no one can over succeed the power of my Father. And just because you refuse to salute His power, just because you refuse to see who His power is in Genesis 1 and verse 26, us, that's His power. That's Christ. That's His beloved. Okay? That's the one that came down with Yeshua on behalf of the Father. Okay? So because of that, and because you missed a lot of things in Genesis, you're going to miss it on down the road. And you'll never see the light because you've been in love too long. You had a relationship with darkness for too long. You'll never see the light. Now, I was saying something about when I was young, I always knew, I always knew that I called it underground power chose the presidents. I always knew that, y'all. So what I'm saying to you, just imagine how I must feel in this day and time, knowing all this stuff, and here it is being revealed, and people running around here still stuck on stupid, still won't see any light because they love darkness. You see? So I said, okay, Father, this too is thy will. This too need be according to thy will. Because I sit back and I say, being a teenager, before I got out of high school, I was really educated by the Ruach HaKodesh about a lot of things, y'all, about a whole lot of things. And it's just amazed me today, 40 something years, and still the mindset of the people is still as blind then as they are now, just as blind. They were blind then, but they even worse. They blind today. Let's put it like that. So your vote don't mean anything. That's was a part of controlling you. See how everything it. See, a lot of people think they don't understand. This is what people don't understand. It's not about money. This is why people so in love and see nothing but that dollar. They carry that dollar like their own creator. They use that dollar and they believe in that dollar like their creator. It is their heart. You know how your heart pumps? That's their heart. And that's why he said, where your treasure is, so shall, what is it? Where your treasure is, so shall your, I think, was it money or heart or whatever, but it's letting you know all of who you are is caught up in the thing that you honor and serve more than anything. And I believe that without a doubt that they have planned this year so far back to where everything is working all the way up perfect to the T. I mean, to the T. I was thinking about how he said, you won't know the summer from the winter until you see the bulbs on the trees, when you start to see the bulbs on the tree. Why? Because they're going to be tampering with it, y'all. That's why you're not going to know. Okay? You're not going to know a lot of things. Things are not going to be like you think it is, or the way you say it is, the way you feel it is, the way you understand it is, that it is. Why? Because the things that, like when he said there's going to be pestilence and famine. Do you think it's Yah bringing famine? No. He's allowing Satan, the planner, to bring it on. Why do you think Bill Gates then bought all the farms and still buying and seeds? Now he holds the patent to a lot of things so that they can control it. You see? Like when I see Turkey, I did not see an earthquake. From what I look at in the spiritual realm, when I look at Turkey on TV and see the destruction, I don't see an earthquake. I see something that brought a bomb from underneath, just like the Trade Center. It did. How you gonna hit the tip and the bottom cave in? It don't make sense. But the power that has been given to the system, which is the Roman Catholic, they had that plan, baby. That was so beautiful plan. I'm saying beautiful because look at all the years and no one ever questioned it. When they took everybody's house in 2008, nobody ever said a word. 9/11, nobody ever asked a question. 2020, this pandemic, No one ever said anything, but they're running around here like a chicken with its neck cut off because they don't understand what the crap is going on. But like I said earlier in that video, the Gentiles, they are running around with their necks cut off. But you got to go back to what Yah said. Who's going to cause these things to come upon them where they're going to be feeling that they're in slavery, they're in captivity, or they've been done wrong and they're being done, people are, this country is doing them this. That's how the heathens and Gentiles are looking at now. Y'all don't see it? All on the news and everywhere. They just confused about what's this LBGD, this transgender, these banks and these homes and these interests and all the crashing of the trains, the blowing up the food plants. They putting all these pieces together and they thinking that, wait a minute, we putting these pieces together and guess what? They fitting. These pieces we putting together, they are fitting together. What is going on? Why? Because all your life and your forefathers' lives, y'all lived with the system. You bow down to the system. You worship the system. You allow the system to do unjust and unrighteous. Now, the prophecy and how you're going to suffer for what you have done to others. Okay, now you're starting to feel that thing. A lot of you all don't even understand. We were in a land of our oppressor. A lot of things happened to us, but you got to understand this. It was Yah curse, not their curse to us. It was Yah curse. Now watch this here. Just hear me out. Now what's happened to them? It is not a curse of Yah. It is his power. It is his judgment. It is his destruction toward them and against them for what they have done. You see? But with us, it is a curse for what we have done to him. But Yah is judging them, and they're going to get a taste of them being head all the time. Didn't care about how your own people and your forefathers and your country did others. Even when you took the Indians and you did them the way that they did, you did them. And other countries that you went in and you killed and you destroyed, took this and took this and took this. Don't think that the Creator did not see all that. Now they trying to figure out what Biden is doing this. Biden, I'm sitting here watching, and I hate to see melanated men following and being upset with what Biden is doing. He's bringing the hammer down on people because he's with the system, which is evil. But the people who have had it their way all this time got away with the wealth of their ancestors and the labor, free labor, and they just got away with everything. Now they're getting a taste, and they don't even know. And you all did not know this, that they were also in not slavery, but they were also in, how would you say, the power of the Satan's right hand. He was doing things to them because they've been taking from us due to the curse, but they've been taken from them due to their wicked and evilness that they have been conducting themselves and their forefathers. So Satan and them are doing them because they don't have them they're not in their system as the power of Satan. So they doing them a way that they getting a taste of what they turned their head from all these years. I know your your father, your father, father, your father, 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 and here you are living high on a hog based on what your father, 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 father did for you to get what you have. And you said, my daddy worked hard to get, but your daddy might have worked hard, but he worked to take over what his daddy left him. And that is to kill, steal, and destroy to get on top. So the Europeans are experiencing the hurt, the pain. You see, they're experiencing it. They're getting theirs now. And we're not to look at them and say, oh, they doing this. They doing it to us too. But don't forget, we can't feel it like they can feel it because they've been doing it to us since we got over here. That's why we're not feeling it like they're feeling it. But they are feeling it to the point where you got so many are now wanting to preach and wanting to teach, going in that Bible, searching all these books, and they just as lost as the tribe of Judah is. Because you can't get it without the true teacher of it all, the Ruach HaKodesh. And I know everybody in the world has the Holy Spirit. Everybody. Okay? Now, I want to say, and that's the system. Donald Trump is a part of the system. You see all the black people who are in singing. That's why a lot of them into that homosexual. They get them at the beginning, y'all. This stuff didn't just start today. I don't know where everybody keep thinking, Puff Daddy been doing it and ain't nobody said a mumbling word. Nobody said nothing. That's what happened to that lady. Because she was going to bring it out. Ain't nobody said nothing to him. None of them. And now they got him what? Wearing women clothes. I see more black men. They got enough money that they don't need another dime still putting on women clothes. Still. You turn around and you look at, we got to include Michael Jordan because he's in there. He's with that power on that evil side. He's in there, y'all. He's in there. That's why he got a wicked heart toward his people. And he felt if he just keep that wicked heart, then he'll never have to do anything for black people. And that's just how he is. And everybody sitting, they look at him and wants to, but see how sick people have brought these people up? And they've been setting up from the floor. Look at Oprah, Tyler Perry. You don't hear too much about Tyler Perry lately. But Oprah, all of them has already been signed in to that power. They can't get out if they try. Beyonce, Kanye, he signed in, y'all. He signed in. And I wouldn't be surprised if he don't have 2 or 3 clones. But he signed in. He signed in 100. And I think what he did showed the power that we as the tribe of Judah, especially the men, are gone 100. Because the moment Kanye said something, these black Hebrew Israelites jumped on him like he was about to award them with millions. And he looked at them and said, I ain't coming y'all way. Then turned around and now he signed up with Adidas. Plus he went and got him another white woman that just as wicked in Satanism as the other one. See? And what do it look like to y'all? What does it make you look like? The Father, Yeshua said, many will come to deceive you and say that they are Christ. And because you don't know, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 is Christ. That's us. He was speaking to. And because you didn't know that was the power of Yah's right hand and stretched out arm, when he said they would come and say that they are Christ, they don't want to say that they are Yeshua. Yeshua is the Son of Man, but Christ is the Son of Yah. They come in to say that they are Christ because that's where the power is at. And that's what Kanye, he did. And all them Hebrew, tribe of Judah men, woo! Oh, he for us. He's look where we at today. And I said that it would be a day that I'm going to be able to bring that up and show you. Where is it today? You got this one lady who says she's a prophetess. Talking about he's earned. And the other one was Moses. You see how sick she is? And now he's went out and signed another deal with Adidas and got him another wife that's just as wicked as the first one. But yet y'all want to run around and grab and jump on him and bring him in and use him because you don't know light when you see it. You only know darkness. And that's why the brothers in the Hebrew Israelite movement jumped on him, just like their brother Sanders. They jumped on anything wicked and evil. They jump on them. That's the wick that shows Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness. It showed me that Deuteronomy 28 is so true until they are destroyed. Because they gone. They are gone. And another thing, like you see this young lady called Black China. You see how she done changed her whole look just to be represented. She said that she took this out, she did this, she did, but then she sat on television. And you know what she said, you guys? She said that she's not giving up. She just accepting God in her life, but she ain't going to give up what she does. And when she said that, I said, now, what fools, because she's out here. See, I'm going to tell y'all something. The underground, now, it ain't even underground no more to me. The power that be's got everything in the open. Don't follow behind this lady. That lady is, y'all, many deceivers going to come. And they going to have the power to deceive you. And their power going to show up as if it's no power at all. And you're going to be fully deceived. Okay? Trump and Biden and Trump, that's a trap. That's the Roman Catholics using the power as they have done in years ago. They have the say so of who's going to be president, who's going to run, and then they got to run the race like they really running. You don't even know what they would do to them if they didn't. They don't even have no say so. Okay. What else? And this AI, it was AGI, but the AI is going to be the brain control that they're going to use to get people to do what they want to do. And like I said before, and I'm going to say this again, when you saw the system, which is the Catholic, the Roman Catholics, they've been messing with babies, sexual. They've been messing with little boys and little girls. Y'all, it goes so far back. That's the power of Satan. That been going on for so long. So it's nothing new to them to say, okay, now we want all the children in the school to get a taste. Let the children make their choice. Or don't have to have this on their birth certificate. Or they can be a he or a she and we'll pay for them to get turned over. You know, all of this. They even talking about allowing you to marry your animal. And if you can marry your animal, one of the things is they're going to be able to have sex with their animals. You all out there do not understand where we're at. And I don't care if you don't. Because you know what? Where you at, y'all knew you would be. Lost without a cause. Okay? And people are running out buying crypto and gold and silver and guns and all of these things. It's nothing wrong with having protection. But when you're on nationwide television revealing what you have, don't you know Satan knows already you ain't got sense? You're saying that this is what I'm going to need. I run my mouth about God and I believe and I trust in this and this and this and this. But the truth be told, the fruit shows itself. When people wants to make people think that, oh, I got a team of people that's with me and they got power, they buffed and they tough, and look at all the guns I got and all the money I got because I got this, I got that, and I drive this and I have this, and see, this is why you ain't got it. Yah's coming for you. He's coming for you. You're a part of the system. Anytime a system tell you The things in which they never allowed, now they have allowed, that tells you that the system has a reason for why they are allowing. They don't want to take your guns from you because what they have, your guns can't even look at. You see? And I know the Gentiles, them know that. They know that because they come in my store all the time talking about it. What the system has. Guns you ain't never seen before. I mean, not guns, but what they got prepared for them. They know it. So where you see the ignorance is where you thinking you're going to be able to fight off something because you got it. And you want to be on the nationwide television saying you representing Yah, but then you got all these guns. That's your God. That's your God. That's the fruit. It's what you see. What you see and what you hear is the fruit of that individual. It has nothing to do with the fruit of Yah, because the fruit of Yah is spirit. You'll know them by the fruit. And to tell you the truth of the matter, the fruit of the spirit is spirit. So all this clowning and all this stuff that people are doing and trying to make people think that they want that I got this, I got that, and they've been lying, the Father said. And he said they thinking they're going to get away with how they have deceived you and manipulate you, that they had this, they got this, they got this. He said the day and hour shall come. And within that hour, they're going to find out. Because they have deceived many. You see? So when they start passing the gun law for everybody to get guns, and they start passing the drug law where you can get, not drugs, weed. When they start doing all of these things, that was also showing them how much power they had over you. They can get you to do anything. And no one said a word. Everybody going, oh yeah, they better mess with our guns. We need our guns. Yeah, you're going to need them. So when they assign you, open it up for you to get them, you got them because that's your God. The protection you have is your God. That's the truth of the matter, you guys. When people run and tell you, oh, they trust in God, God gonna do. No, they don't. All you have to do is listen to them long enough to see. Ain't no God in them. Because their God is what they have right before them. Okay? So, another thing, I can't explain this. And a lot of things I'm saying, I'm not saying nothing to make nobody change their mind or to see clear. The light don't need Sister Deborah to reveal nothing. The light has the power to bring light to you so you can see it before Sister Deborah can even speak it. So, you get it? So when people want to role play, I got it. Okay, you got it. Keep it. Okay, now another thing was this Medicare B. That Medicare B is, y'all don't see how they advertising that more. They doing anything in the world. They advertising Medicare B. It's a trap. That's why. It is a trap. Medicare B is a trap. It is a trap. Medicare B is a trap. It is a trap. For some reason, they're trying to get every senior on Medicare B, even if they got to pay you 1 month and get you locked in. Once they stopped, everything you have is gone. See, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. This has been a plan in the man hand called the Roman Catholics for years. You didn't even see the things and how they done y'all wrong. You all didn't even see how they were taking everything you earned from you. And then when you got retired, all that time taking Medicare and Medicaid out, then turn around Social Security, they turn around and still have you paying it right back to them. No one sees it. All this time, they taking your money right back from you so you won't be able to be successful or you won't be able to live. They've been stealing your money right back from you and calling it the law. They set up ways to keep you at a level where you should never have been. Just imagine if they never took any money out of your check. where would you be? You see, the whole idea is to take everything you have to where they leave you a little something. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about all nation, all people. They just too ignorant. They dumber because they couldn't even see it because they were getting so much of it. They just assume, oh, well, they ain't doing nothing to me. I'm able to get me a car, house, and all that. No, 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 no. They made it way that you can still do what you do because they knew that you were going to, your nation was going to fall under their destruction. They knew that. And that's what is happening. The Gentiles and the heathens is now, it's going kind of whack. They are going crazy because of the things that's taking place. They're out of whack because they trying to figure out, when, how could they do this to us? How could they take this from us? How could they put out another virus? It's out already. Let me tell y'all something. That pandemic was the seal. That was it. Everything else is going to go smooth. And before you know it, it's going to be in your face like life ain't going to be worth living. That's just how bad it's getting there now. But a lot of people, they got so much materialistic things and they so full of darkness, they can't even see it. But even those that are full of darkness, it's going to be frightened. It's going to be confused, going to feel hurt, feel the suffering, even those that's in the dark. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of it. But I will say that be careful out here. They were speaking about the AI. It was AGI. They took the G out and they said AI. Let me tell y'all something else I found out. I was trying to figure out who are these people on here that speaks well and know how to grasp the audience, but they are more dedicated to the Gentiles. This one man, Bodie, I don't even know what his name. Bodie, I don't even know his name. He's an older man. He's not an older man, but yeah, he's some age, and he did have a gray beard, and he had a bald head. To me, when I see him, I see another snake that the Gentiles, the heathens, breeded like Obama. I see him because he's traveled all over the world, preaching about Christians, talking about the Bible. And he you don't never hear him too much come out of the scriptures. It's just like you wonder, how did he come out of nowhere like that? And it's another young one. It's smart something. Him. He chased all different pages and tried to study so he can come after people, in a different way. And guess what, y'all? He has no spirit of Yah. None. This young man don't have no spirit of Yah in him, none whatsoever. See, these are the things that it's kind of sad that a lot of people don't know about. This is why Yah said, if the body of Hamashiach is together, we work together, But because people don't have Yah's prophets in the midst of them, they just going by what a pastor, a person that called themselves to the pulpit, and they following them by great numbers. So these people don't have the body of Hamashiach. They just have somebody that said that they represent Yah, and that's just it. That's just it. You see, and that's why you hear pastors who in this Hebrew Israelite thing, who call themselves having a church, you hear them saying, they even slip and said Jesus Christ. They keep saying Jesus Christ more than they said Yahuwah or Ahaya, or Yah. And then you'll see them going both ways. You be like, are you confused? Which one is it? Which one you going to use? You see what I'm saying? Because that's just who they are. They're trying to play both sides. And only somebody like Sister Deborah knows who they are. But by people not having one like Sister Deborah in the midst, then therefore they are taking the multitude exactly where they have been assigned to go. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I wanted to say this too. I was watching a couple of families, and it's been the last 2 months, who have gotten land and has moved out far away from the city and out. And I love the way they are doing it. I love the way that they are doing it. They're not out here trying to pretend they somebody that they're not. They let you know they represent God, and they trying to listen to him and to do what he. But I love them because they black men, y'all. These are black men, and they are, how would I say it? Boy, them guys be working. And both of them have families, okay? And they have a wife and they have children. One has 3 children, and the other one, I think he has 4. But they take care of their families, y'all. The wife do her part and the man do his part, and they out in the woods just learning things together. I mean, it is beautiful. This is what I'm saying. These men out there, they ain't got time to be talking about having wives. They ain't got time. Boy, I seen him putting his door on his new trailer, and just the things that he do for they do for their children, and they do for each other to just make it work out there, and they have not forsaken Yah. It's just amazing to see these 2 young black men do this. It just make me feel so proud of them. And I watches them all the time because I said, I love this. This is just too good. They're not out here trying to say, I got this, I got that, and look what I got, look what I got. Look, and you need to come out here and get what they're not doing that. They're showing you how they're trying to put their lives in the hands of God. And then they're also learning as they go on all the land that they have. And it's just good. It's just good to see these black men like that. It's just really good. And you know what? I'm going to lift them up in prayer at all times, because when I see them and I see these black men, they young men too, and they out here just taking care of their wife and their kids, and their wife is taking care of them. Yes, they are. And it's just, it's like they both families look like it's like, we got to roll. Let's do it. Let's care for each other. Let's just do what we got to do. Love on each other. Take care of each other. You know, take care of these kids. Do this, plant. And one has pigs. One has pigs. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'll tell you this. What you take in, flesh, meat, if you really want to tell the truth, back in Genesis chapter 1, he said he gave us herbs as meat. So everybody is eating something. They ain't got no business eating. So I'm just saying, I just love the way they're on YouTube as a family. You know, you see real, sincere family of a man. And then you see this man working hard and doing all kind of things. This man, and you know what? He don't have no help. He putting up electrical part, wiring and electrical poles, and the things that he done. You can tell that this man all his life was what you call a person that know how to do everything. I mean, he doing plumbing. He's doing all the stuff that they need out there. You know, it's just beautiful to see these families out there. That's what I love. That's the sort of stuff I love to see, you know. And I love to see them. They're leading, and they're God in their families. They're God in their children. And they just, oh man. And the wives are just treating them like they just everything. I think that is so beautiful. And she has every right. They have every right. And it's just these 2 families. They have every right to treat their family like that. Their wives, their husbands, and like that. And they treating their wives and their children like that. That's really good. And I see those kids looking at their daddy like, oh, my daddy, one day I'm going to do that. That just does something to me to see that, because that is what you call a family. This mess these people go out here in this woods and then get on this devil platform. I told you to get this. You better get this. Look, the time coming and you gonna wish you would have got out of the city. They ain't saying nothing like that, y'all. They just showing you how they're doing it. And you can see the blessing of Yah on them. You can see the blessing of Yah. One went out and he bought this door frame for his trailer, the house trailer that they have, and he said he paid 700 and something for it. And he said, and people all in the chat was telling him he shouldn't have paid that much. You can get that anywhere for $50 or $100. He said that he got the one he wanted, and it had the other end of the door. But when he put that bad boy up, woo, it looks so good. But I liked how he makes his own choices. He ain't listen to nobody telling him, oh, well, you could have got it cheaper. You need to go here. His wife don't bother him in what he buy. All I know, she was gone when he was putting it up. He said, when I want to put it up, so when she drive in, she can see it. And I want to already have it up. It's just the way him and his wife, and both of them. It's on both of them. And I watch it. I like it. I love it. Matter of fact, I love it. And I'm going to pray for them that the Father continue to be in their lives, and that he will show himself to them in a way that only he himself can be revealed unto them. The things that they might be short, which who said they are short? We in the days, y'all. And see, when I see them, I look at it, I see, they doing it like my mindset would do it, you know? It ain't about getting out there trying to make films to tell you better get this, what I got, or you better do this, or you should do this. And if you don't come out, or taking someone else's money to do everything that I'm doing out here, like the pastor now does. He's stealing. And then, all those women, they be out there and they ain't getting the care that they need to get. But that's on them. You want to follow somebody that's that muscle head, you go right ahead. But I just love the ideal of both of these families. And they don't know each other, but I know they probably see each other video. But I really like that. I really like that. They gave up the city and sold their whatever they had, the property and everything, and they went out. One of the family, and the other one did the same thing, but in a different way. So those things are really good to see, because like all the land that they have is just off the chain. Like with me, I don't know, I just ain't got no sense. I would get out there and I think I would have done. Oh, he was saying, one of the guys was saying, they were telling him that he should have bought that trailer for that much. He said he bought that trailer because that was a nice trailer. And they come telling him, no, that's an old 88 or 80. He said, let me tell you, y'all, this was 2000 and I think he said 8 trailer. So y'all on the other side looking in. That's not what he said. He just real nice in the way he addressed things and he just keep on. And it's looking really good for them. And they got a lot of land. And I said, now see, something like that, I think I wouldn't even have the sense to just make a trailer. Or just, I would look, his ideal about the trailer was the same way I would think it. To buy a used trailer, bring that on, and then build other houses all the way around, like a round community. You know what I'm saying? Even if it has to be tiny houses, and just put them all the way around, and make sure that they are far apart so everybody have some land to grow on, or if they want to have some chickens or whatever, they have their own little space to have whatever they want, and that's how I seen it. But I was going to be myself in the middle, just go out on that land, lay on that ground, and just look to the heavens. Oh. And after a while, I listen to the voice while I'm down there and hearing the Father. I wouldn't bring a trailer. That would be after I have dealt with the Father from the level of that ground on that land. Oh, no, I wouldn't bring anything. It'll be between me and him. Me and him. And I somebody said, well, there might be snakes out there. I said, yeah, probably will. I put some what they said, golf balls. What's those little? They said there was a golf balls. Those things you stink, them stinky things. They stink to me. I make it sure that I surround myself with something to keep snakes from coming on me. But I would love to just lay down and just talk to the Father and see Him. Oh boy, and I tell y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I think He would respond to me and show up and show out there, because He said, "Oh, here go my crazy child out here." All right, Sister Deborah says, "I hope you got something out of it." And I think that's it. Um, uh, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, yeah. But the thing with me is I'm starting to really embrace the fact that everything is okay. It's okay. If it's okay with a higher, it should be okay with you, Deborah. I tell him, I told him, but I'm down here in the flesh, I'm spirit father, yeah, but I'm flesh, so therefore I'm feeling things that's actually taking place, and I'm seeing everybody, and I ain't gonna say everybody, but yeah, a lot of people seeing everybody's taking everything so lightly. And we're not in the beginning, y'all. We're not in the middle. We're coming up on a situation. Um, and that's why nothing they doing is hiding no more. They just all out in the open. Got these Gentiles cutting up. These Gentiles cannot handle what the world of the system is doing. They can't handle it. And I'm not just talking about in the United States. I'm talking about all over. Y'all done had it y'all way all this time, and y'all done let the power that bees rule you all from all this time without even looking at righteousness, not looking at just, not looking at what is right. Just wanting to have things your way. And long as everything's going your way, you didn't care if people kill, steal, and destroy people, or take things from people and do things to people. You didn't care as long as yours kept increasing. Now it's time for you to decrease. Now, how you like him now? Because he definitely has it orchestrated before the foundation of the world for this time that we're in. That's why there's no gun law. That's why you see, like the young man yesterday, was it yesterday or today? He killed his brother. Just killed his youngest brother. And his mother and father standing up saying they forgive him and they feel sorry for him. They ain't talking about the one dead. They talking about the one living. The one dead was going to be a football player, in high school. And he was the one that trained all the other guys to come in the high school, but his brother killed him. And the parents saying that they forgive him, and that God is going to allow them to get through it. And it's just so much. It's just so much is going on. And I'm not just talking about that. It's just our nation of people is just gone. And the more I trust God in that, I'm going to be okay. See, I got to trust him in what he already said, not waiting for him to say something different to make me feel better or make me understand something better. No, just trust in what he's already told me, and leave it right there. So Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of this. And I didn't get the chance to upload a video, so I'm going to go on and upload this here before I turn in tonight. And I hope that you get something out of it. So I say shalom and shalom.